Hey guys, this is Nick from forexfornoobs.com with my midday analysis. If you enjoy this analysis and my other videos, hit the subscribe button below this video. Subscribing to my YouTube channel gives you an instant notification whenever I add a new video. Also, please hit the like button below if you find this video useful. So before I start the analysis, I want to explain how it works so you can actually use it in your trading. On most Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, I hold a live analysis session for my Forex Mastermind students. These sessions are recorded and posted to YouTube. I say most because some days I'm busy and other days I'm not trading, and I have a rule: when I'm not trading, I do not post analysis. In the analysis, I look for price action reversal setups on around 10 to 20 pairs that I'm currently trading. I check every time frame for every pair, taking a systematic approach to doing analysis. Personally, I do this analysis several times per day, but only the midday session is recorded, as most setups are spotted then. So what are setups? A reversal setup occurs when price stalls at an area of support resistance and a transition of power occurs, from buyers to sellers or from sellers to buyers. I wait for price to approach these areas and spot potential setups. But these setups are not actual trades. When I share a setup on this analysis, it doesn't mean I'm entering the trade right away. Setups are just setups, and many setups do not trigger, so they never actually become trades. But some of them do, of course, and some of them become trades. To understand this, you have to know a little bit about my strategy, which I share for free on forexfornoobs.com, and there's a link to the strategy also below. I use 4 different tags in the name of these analysis videos. The tags are in brackets at the end of the name. It's important to know these tags just so you understand what is in the video. So if you see no setups, that means there are no setups today, obviously. If you see upcoming setups on, that means there are no setups, but I have spotted some very strong support resistance areas, which may lead to setups later in the day. So that could be anywhere between a few hours to a whole day. And if it's tagged with setups on, that means there are setups today, and I'm sharing potential trades in the video itself. So let's get started with the analysis. Today is Wednesday, the 10th of May, 2017, and the time is 12:03 here in the UK. You're looking at a GBP AUD 8-hour chart. In today's analysis, we're going to do what we do in every day's analysis and just look through all the pairs for reversal setups. But before that, I just want to quickly review last week's trades. If you were watching the analysis last week, you'll remember, I think it was on Tuesday, I shared 2 trades, or 3 trades, or 4 trades, I can't remember, but I shared several trades. One of them was stopped out, 2 of them, or maybe 3 of them. Honestly, I'm having trouble recalling the exact amount of trades I called. I think there were 3 trades, but I think one triggered before the analysis. There was still a chance to enter after the analysis, but it triggered before the analysis, so I think most people didn't enter that one, but 2 of them were shared in the analysis, and I think a 4th one was shared in the analysis that failed. But 3 of the trades worked out, so I just want to quickly review. We already reviewed the one that failed last week. I just want to quickly review how those trades have ended, because I didn't really discuss that. So starting with GBP AUD, we had a long trade on GBP AUD. I was planning on holding this for quite some time. I wanted to hold it up until here at the very least. But there's one thing that I forgot about. And I know it's silly, but I kind of forgot about the French election this weekend. And thanks to the forum, I was reminded about the French election. So my plan to hold on to this trade kind of changed, because we saw what happened with the last French election. Well, sorry, not the last French election, but the first rounds of this election. We saw what happened. We had that insane gap on the weekend. So I was worried Le Pen might win, and then we would get some insane gap again. And I really didn't want to be in the market for that kind of thing. So I closed out this trade. I said I was probably going to hold it, and had I held it, it would have moved higher, and I would have had a better exit somewhere up here. But I did close out on Friday just because of the election, and it turns out I didn't need to, but in my mind it was still not worth the risk, and I don't regret my decision of closing out. Now, I got a good exit anyway. I can't recall 100%, but it was somewhere around here. It was on Friday, so wherever the price was on Friday, it was roughly there. So regardless, this ended up being an awesome trade. Ended up being like really, really nice overall. So this isn't exact. By no means is this exact, but I think it ended up being worth around 4 risk reward. Wait, let me see if I can find it on the forum real quick. I'm just trying to find the trade on the forum because I explained there exactly where I exited, I believe. So that was no way I can give you an exact. (5:03 p.m.) I didn't say where I exited. So look, it doesn't matter. The point is, this ended up being a really, really good trade. Could have been better had I held until today or yesterday even. Could have exited closer to up here with a 5.3 RR. But you know, it didn't happen. Now, AUD/JPY, this was the star trade of last week. This one was just phenomenal. I shared this trade in Tuesday's analysis. It was just crazy, this trade. Let me show you. Can't remember the exact numbers, but it was roughly something like this. I think I entered on the 8 hour. So it was something like this. Oh wait, there is a forum thread. So the forum thread, I put in my exact details, I believe. Oops, no, stop. All right, so the trade was, this was the trade itself, according to the details I put in the forum. This was the trade itself. This is how I entered it. And this was my original target. But as you remember, last week I said that I was extending my target and I kept extending it down and down and down and down and down and down. And on Friday, because of the French election, and I wanted to close out on Friday, I got out with 5R. So that's 5 times the size of my stop loss. This is the trade of the year so far. We're 5 months into the year. This is the trade of the year. This was just an amazing trade. Really, really, really good trade. Like, I was just so happy about this one. Like, really happy about this one. So yeah, this one, and New Zealand JPY, finally. Let's quickly discuss New Zealand JPY. We're 5 minutes in and we haven't actually done any analysis. We've only reviewed last week's trades. New Zealand JPY, this one didn't work out as well, but it hit my original target. So with this one, I believe it was set up something like this. Yeah, it was roughly like this. So my original target was 1.5R. As it started dipping below that, I was considering closing out. I pulled down my stop loss lower and lower. Eventually my stop loss got hit at 1.5. So I pulled my stop loss down to my target as it started pushing lower and showing weakness, and I knew I was going to exit anyway. So I pulled my stop loss down to my target, and it did retrace and my stop loss was hit. So I got out with 1.5R, so it was a profitable trade. My stop loss was in profit, essentially. So yeah, last week was just an amazing week. There was one failed trade, but then all these other trades made up for it, like, I don't know, 7 times over, 8 times over. So yeah, phenomenal week. I hope you guys traded got similar results on the trades I shared, and I held them for as long as I did. But even if you didn't, they would have been profitable at the smaller targets. So that is awesome. Anyway, let's get into the actual analysis itself, because we have a few potential trades right now. There's a trade I entered yesterday, which I shared on the forum, but I didn't do analysis yesterday because I was busy and because there wasn't much happening other than the AUD CAD trade. So we are in this AUD CAD long. Who's in this trade with me? I shared it to the forum, so I'm assuming a lot of you got in. when it first moved, right, it didn't look that good because it pushed up to here, then it fell back down. But now it kind of like, it just stalled down here for a while, and now buyers have taken control again and they're pulling up. So it's looking quite good now. So I'm going to hold it. I'm going to see how it goes. It's constantly making higher highs in the last like hour or so. It's just been constant higher highs. So we have higher high, higher high, then it pulls back a little bit, but now it's just been making higher highs again. So it's looking quite good. I think it's probably going to hit its target. It's only a 1.5 target, so it's going to be easy for price to hit it. So yeah, let's just see how this one plays out. It could be a nice quick trade to start the week. All right, Euro JPY. Let's see what's happening with Euro JPY now. Euro JPY has broken above its resistance area. Looks like it's coming back down to it. We could get a continuation reversal later this week. But right now, there's nothing really tradable in Euro JPY. We do need a resistance area up there though. So I'm going to take price back to here. This is May. This is exactly a year ago, May 2016. I'm just going to throw up a quick resistance area. I mean, this is by no means perfect. It's just thrown up based on very little data. So I'm basing it on that bounce, that kind of crappy bounce there, this minor bounce here, price stalling along here, that bounce there, and then a wick bounce here. So it's not a great area of resistance, but as you know, with support resistance, you just throw them up and we can perfect them later, or we can let price perfect them later. So I'm just throwing it up there. We'll see how it goes. Oh, actually, that does kind of reflect what's happened here with that bounce. Yeah, it does. So maybe it is still a pretty solid resistance area. So yeah, let's just see how this goes, see how it plays out. What I'm looking for with this is if price falls back down to here and we get some kind of indecision, we just get price stalling here, it could be part of an overall continuation. So let's keep a close eye on that. But it hasn't even started moving down, so this is just all, you know, it might happen, but most likely won't. Just worth keeping an eye on. Right, AUD New Zealand, what's happening with AUD New Zealand? It is trending down pretty heavily. There's nothing really that I would want to trade here. Yeah, nothing really. AUD USD, I missed the AUD USD trade yesterday. Took the AUD CAD, but not the AUD USD. We had a AUD USD long. Did anyone enter long here? I mean, it wasn't the cleanest trade, as in the entry was a bit unclear. It was a bit messy overall, but there was definitely price stalling on top of support. There was definitely an opportunity to enter. Lukeman is saying, me too. I was aiming for AUD USD, but wanted to wait for retracement, but it shot up. Yeah, I mean, it did turn around quite fast. Tong is saying, I didn't enter due to the mess. All right, fair enough. I mean, yeah, it was definitely messy. It was hard to kind of like make out if it was reversing, but if you were switching timeframes, you probably would have been able to catch a reversal. All right, so it doesn't look like anyone entered. I didn't enter either. I missed it. But yeah, I mean, it's looking good right now. So let's just see how it plays out. All right, so New Zealand JPY. What is happening with New Zealand JPY? Huh. Approaching this resistance area. I mean, we're not getting signs of it stalling yet, but let's keep a close eye on this resistance area. It's the 79.20. Let's see what happens when it hits this 79.20. We'll see if it kind of stalls and there's potential for counter trend reversal. Actually, no, that could also be a continuation reversal. It's kind of unclear, really. Yeah, we'll see how that happens. We'll see what happens, rather. Just keep a close eye on it. GBPAUD, I'm going to remove this now. GBPAUD is trending down. Some of you guys are in GBPAUD, is that correct? I saw it posted to the forum. You're in a short trade now from this resistance area, right? Dave, or you're short here? It looks like it's going quite well for you. I didn't take this trade, but yeah, it looks like it's going okay. Yeah, that's what Tong is saying, that it hasn't really reached the resistance. That's why I wasn't really that excited about entering a short here. It didn't really reach the resistance area, so I wasn't too interested. But yeah, I can see why you guys entered. It looks like AUD is really moving right now. I just want to check my AUD CAD real quick. Ooh, it's pushing up. It's almost at target. With how good last week went, if this trade closes as a win today, I am taking the rest of the week off. I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And yeah, I'm going to take an extra long weekend because last week was amazing. If I can close this out with a win, my weekend is going to be super long. I was having a conversation with someone. I can't remember who it was. I was having a conversation with someone, right? And we're talking about my strategy and my strategy being developed for lazy trading. And I came to the realization that I've always loved making money. You know, making money has always been like something that I wanted, but not like being like a billionaire and having Ferraris and stuff, because that's not what I'm into. I just like to travel and I like to have a lot of free time. So making money in that aspect. And I kind of came to the realization that this entire trading strategy was developed for lazy people, because the more I think about it, even though I like making money, I like putting minimal effort in to make money. So this whole strategy was developed to put minimal effort in to make money. So that is why whenever I'm talking about trading, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take a 3-day weekend. Yeah, I'm going to take a 4-day weekend, because I like to put the minimal effort in, which I'm not sure if that's a good thing, but hey, I'm happy, so whatever. GBPJPY AUD. So I don't know really what to say about this setup. To kind of, what's my assessment on this setup? I wouldn't have entered because it didn't hit resistance. You guys are in it. Some of you guys are in it. It's going well right now. So I would just say hold on to it. I mean, it looks like AUD is really moving. So it's probably going to push down to your target. But depending on where your target is, I would not try to target much lower than this resistance here. I would try not to target much lower than this. So if it pushes to around here, you should start looking to potentially exit, or at least exit part of your position, or you know, don't exit any of your position, just adjust your stop loss. Just my point is, watch out for this support area. It's so weird not having the chat on the screen. Like, I like this new webinar software, but it's weird not having the chat on the screen. I have to constantly look to the right to read the chat. It's a bit difficult. AUD JPY, let's see what's happening here. So AUD JPY has basically retraced from its awesome move down last week, and it's pushing into this resistance again. Could we get a replay? Could we get a replay of last week? Possible. You know, it's pushing up, might stall here and reverse. Let's keep a close eye on it, but nothing to get terribly excited about right now. All right, CAD JPY, what's going on with CAD JPY? Nothing really. I mean, it's broken above the resistance area. Now it's in between two support resistance areas. Nothing really happening there. CHF JPY is bouncing from resistance. Nothing really tradable there at the moment. Euro AUD. Euro AUD actually looks pretty interesting at the moment. It looks like it could be a potential continuation reversal. So if we get indecision forming here, we might be able to get into a continuation trade. So let's just keep a close eye on it and just see how it plays out. But yeah, nothing to get terribly excited over. The actual better continuation of the two, so Euro AUD and Euro CAD, the better continuation of the two is on Euro CAD. Euro CAD has a lot more room to the upside. So if you look at Euro AUD, let's say we were to enter a continuation trade, I don't know, roughly here. Let's say indecision forms here, and we enter long here. Price is probably going to get stuck around here, and it might not be able to push through because this is the most recent kind of high area. So I wouldn't want to have something like this happen. But with Euro CAD, it has more room to the upside. So Euro CAD, if we were to enter a continuation reversal here, we have much more room before it hits its most recent high. So this one has a lot more potential. So I'm going to keep a very close eye on Euro CAD for a continuation reversal. There is no doubt that the euro is trending at the moment, and it's trending pretty heavily up. So if this trend continues pushing up, then we can potentially get into a continuation here, something like that. Well, hopefully it pushes all the way up to here, but that's a bit optimistic. But more likely it would be something like this. So let's see how this one plays out. We could potentially get into a continuation reversal here. Just keep a close eye on the 1.4859 or 1.4860 area. All right, Euro GBP, what's going on with Euro GBP? Euro GBP is trending down. It's about to smash into this super strong support area. Now this is a really strong support area. I mean, it is pretty much one of the strongest support areas we have seen since this year. It is one of the strongest support, no, it is the strongest support area of the year, by far. So for the past year, price has just been bouncing from this area non-stop. And now it's back at it. This time, is it going to break or is it going to reverse again? I don't know. No one really knows. No one can really predict long-term what's going to happen. What we can do is we can see what happens when it reaches this area and potentially enter a reversal trade. Or if it breaks below it and then comes back up to it, then we could enter a continuation trade. So this area is kind of like a key level. It's something to watch out for. On Euro GBP, this 83.60, we could very easily get into a trade here if we have obviously the right formations, and if we see the right stuff, we can get into a trade here, either a long trade or a short trade, just depending on what we see when it reaches there. My point is, over the next few days and over the next potentially even next week, we need to keep a very close eye on this 83.60 because this can give us a really nice trade. Ideally, what I would want to see, what would be really nice, is for price to break below here, pull back up, then we can get into a nice continuation trade and ride price down for quite some time. So keep a close eye on the 83.60. Euro New Zealand, what's Euro New Zealand doing? It is just trending down a little bit. Nothing terribly exciting. Euro USD bounced from that resistance area finally, but again, nothing terribly exciting. GBP CAD broken above resistance. Yeah, GBPJPY. Okay, yeah, I've been looking at GBPJPY this morning. This one has potential. We have a potential short forming on GBPJPY. This one looks quite good. My only concern with this one is this is a major bullish trend. Buyers are so strong right now. I'm a little hesitant to go against the trend here, if you get what I mean. If you look at this trend, it's been bullish candles all the way up. Some of them have been small bullish candles, but it's so clear buyers in control, just bullish, 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 all the way up. Well, I mean, from here onwards, obviously there we had a few bearish candles, but this trend has been very, very strong. Now we're at this resistance area, and obviously we're going to see some kind of reaction from sellers at this resistance area. That wasn't too hard to predict. I mean, last time it pushed up to here, it was also a strong move, and then it completely reversed. So if you look here, bam, completely reversed. Now we're seeing something similar again. We're seeing price coming up to here, very strong move. And of course it's going to stall here. Of course it's going to stall at this resistance area. It stalled there last time. It was such a strong reversal that we're going to see something at this resistance area. That's no surprise. So the question now becomes, is this just a temporary stall where it's just going to stall here for a little bit and then continue? Or is this going to be a turning point like it was last time? I'm hoping that it reverses here because this has some really nice potential. I'm going to keep a close eye on GBPJPY, a very close eye on it. What I'm going to look for is I'm going to look for a short after the close of this daily candle here. Want to see what this daily candle does. If this daily candle closes as indecision, there's definitely potential to get into a short tomorrow. So keep a very, very close eye on this. GBPJPY, there's potential for a really good trade. Because this is one of those trades where, you know, you could ride this trend down. Like if it really does start trending down, we're getting in at the turning point of a trend. So we could ride this trend down, you know, up to here potentially, or even lower. So let's keep a very close eye on this. Let's see how it plays out. It could just become nothing, you know. Obviously, it could just continue through, and then there is no trade triggered, or it could trigger, and then it could continue through, and we'll take a failed trade. So I'm not saying that we're for sure going to get a trade here, but I'm saying I'm seeing the signs that price is stalling and that we might get a potential reversal here. This is a strong resistance area. So this one is worth watching closely. I'm very excited to see the close of this candle and see what happens tomorrow. GBPUSD, yeah, nothing really. New Zealand CAD. New Zealand CAD's pushing up quite strong. There's nothing I would really want to trade here. New Zealand USD. Nothing going on. USD CAD. Nothing going on. Ooh, hello. Hello, USDCHF. Interesting. So the downtrend is broken, clearly, but now it's stalling. Now it's stalling on resistance. Strong resistance too. Huh. I pulled this area down last week. I think it was up here originally. I pulled it down to here. And now, yeah, it's bouncing from this resistance area. Huh. Interesting. Let's keep an eye on this one too. I mean, wait, let me move GBPJPY to the top here. Let's keep an eye on USDCHF. I mean, we might be getting a potential reversal here. It doesn't look amazing, but, you know, it's clear we're seeing indecision at this resistance area. I'm going to keep a close eye on this. There's potential here, potential for a short trade. I'm gonna watch it closely. All right, USDJPY, our final pair. Nothing much going on here. Thanks for watching the analysis. I hope it was useful. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button below. Also, for instant notifications when I post analysis or other cool videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Once the setups I share in this analysis trigger, I post live updates as I manage the trade, such as my entry, exit, stop, and when to get out of the trade. For these updates, add me on Facebook or Twitter by clicking the buttons below. I'll see you in the next video.